Already are, aren't you?
And we're live. Welcome to another exciting edition of Lexicon of Lexington with your next host, Tony Wavy.
Yeah. What's going on, man? We at the Lexicon of Lexington. That was such a tongue twister, low key.
Is it?
Yeah, low key. Lexicon of Lexington. But we with the guys, you know what I'm saying? Nice guy, Andy. What you guys say to him?
I just wanted this to be the voice of Lexington. I came up with the name Lexicon of Lexington, and Tony's. I've been pushing this idea to Tony for a while, and he's finally bitten. So, and then we have like all these, having the local rappers and artists and music. Anybody Tony wants to have in here, we'll get in here, and we'll push the local talent, like the local talent. So, we get you guys some views and stuff. So thank you for coming in. We also got Superfly Johnny Lee over there.
Superfly.
That's right.
Yeah, producer.
Producer. He's always in the local music videos, guys. So he's kind of like Where's Waldo. Look at all the local.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Look at all the music videos, and you can see if you can see Johnny.
Facts. Yeah, you need Johnny in that video, man.
But we got a special guest with us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I don't think this brother has made his way to, the NiceGuyAndy podcast. Everything that is here. So it's a very special night because number one, this is one of the first artists that I actually met, not even in person, but the first person that I encountered when it came to Lexington hip hop.
Yeah.
As most people know, I'm not originally from here, but this is home. This is my palace. You know what I'm saying? This is my place. This is the palace now. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom where we rocking at. But this is one of the first people that I met. I remember being in this group chat. This is when I was searching. I'm like, where's all the Lexington artists at? And I remember being added to some group chat. And this was one of the first people that I seen on there. I'm like, yo, this dude is hard. I seen the video. I seen the work. I heard the lyrics. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely some talent.
Me and Johnny was just watching some of your videos, some of your music when before everybody even got here. We were just watching some of it.
So and he has top tier visuals. Been doing this for a while before I got here. So it's been a pleasure to meet him, work with him, hear the bars, and he wasn't doing it. He was kind of out the scene when I popped up a little bit, but he done made it. He didn't climb his way back up and just dropped a project recently. Been doing some amazing things with the team. So y'all make some noise for my brother Marley Carter. Woo!
Woo. What's up, y'all? It's good to be here, man. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Andy, man. This is a nice little spot. But for the most part, man, it's always grateful, to be in the presence of people that's trying to, spread the love and, get everybody the time of day and, the couple of seconds they need.
Facts. I mean, Marley, so, since you've been here, and I want to, this is going to be conversation. We just going to chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As homies, we all just going to vibe in here. So
okay.
I'm going to ask about your life.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask about the raps.
That's right.
We're going to talk about, wrestling.
Okay.
So we're going to, let's icebreaker with this. Let's icebreaker with, since we are at the NiceGuyAndy podcast, you know what I'm saying? Everything wrestling, you know what I'm saying? We talking about who, if you could embody any wrestler, who would Marley Carter be?
Honestly, growing up with the wrestling that I experienced, which was the early WWE, WWF, I think really my favorite was always The Rock.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah.
The Rock is
he's legendary.
He's a freaking superstar, man.
Yeah, man, and that swagger, man. It was just something about that aura, as they would call it these days.
Yeah.
Just
everything's aura today.
Kind of like automatically just gave myself like confidence because he had so much
exactly.
of it.
Look, you're looking at this guy and be like, how's he get so much confidence? I want to be like him.
Right, like he's cool as hell. Like,
the confidence, the attitude, the moves, most electrifying, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when I was growing up, I knew Rock more for movies than wrestling at the time.
Right.
Walking Tall was one of my favorite movies.
Oh man, The Rundown too.
The Rundown. What was it?
Oh yeah.
What was it? One of Gridiron Gang.
Gridiron Gang's good too.
You know what I'm saying? Right?
Scorpion
Doom. Scorpion King. That was my favorite right there.
He got a lot of classics.
He got some classics.
He's got some great films.
They be trying to play Rock like he hasn't in recent years he hasn't been that versatile, but he's versatile. He's a versatile actor just off the 4 movies that we just named.
I think he's in a phase where he's going to go into his real acting phase soon.
Have y'all seen his? new one, the Shatter Machine.
The Shatter Machine's
I
really
did.
good. He's actually
Is it Shatter? What is it called? Smashing Machine.
Yep, the Smash Machine.
And so we've had Rock be the Rock in all these pictures. You know what I'm saying? He's the Rock, but like I think
like
he's
3
going to
movies
go
back to back.
Yeah, I
was
think
just
he's going
Rock
to go
in the
into
jungle.
his actual wrestling. I mean, not his wrestling, but his actual acting phase. He's going to.
That's right.
I think he's going to go in his acting phase.
Real quick, Marley.
Yeah.
You know how I was talking about this MRI that says she knows you?
Yeah, that's right.
She chimed in. She said, "Hey guys."
Oh, what's up? It's been a long time actually, because at first I couldn't remember where I knew you from, but yeah, I do remember you.
He lying.
Good people. Good people.
And she's
Give
also
us some memory. Nah,
This guy. I remember just hanging out at Rock's place because we was at this complex called Parkway Manor, and I was always doing my cooking stuff. And one day I was cooking, and they was just out in the hallway, and they was talking about how good it smelled. We was cool since.
She said it's been like 5 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years for sure.
Okay, so
Put it on live.
so now that we speaking on, when it comes to rock, right? Or
Right.
what I want to know is about what is some of your early starts in music? Like, what inspired you? What got you going? Like, what made you want to, like, yeah?
Who's your favorite rapper?
So, I mean, everybody knows this, but J. Cole is definitely the biggest inspiration to my music.
Okay.
Of course, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Even the greats like Nas. I mean, there's so many good rappers, but for the most part, what I relate to the most is J. Cole.
Facts. That's
But,
one of my favorites too.
No, for sure. But my early start really, my biggest inspiration came from my friends, really.
Yeah.
Because they was writing rhymes and stuff, and I was always a spectator. But one day I got the confidence
pen?
to jump in the freestyle. Get the pen, start writing the bars down, and I never really gave it up because it felt so good.
So what age was that?
That was like 18, 19, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So
because
you was a late bloomer.
I was a late bloomer because I was always a big hip hop fan, but
Yeah.
I never really had the courage to do it, on my own and make my own music. But it came, and I had been doing it, for like maybe a year and a half when I, decided to start performing and making music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, that transformed to what it is now, and definitely a big gift that keeps giving because for the most part, like when I see my improvement in rap, it's like a reflection of like my improvement as a person in general.
Facts.
So when I get to look back at that, it's just like a reminder that I can keep going. If
You came a long way.
if I keep doing it, I'll get better.
People don't understand that life steps. Like you got to start somewhere. You might start out trash. But,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
remember
we
my
started
first
the
raps.
yeah. I mean, we
gotta
started
I
the
was
po-
good, but I wasn't good.
we started the podcast and I didn't know what the hell to do. And I
Right.
started doing one show a month, like you know,
Yeah.
and then it's turned into this, So people got to understand it's like you got steps, and even when we post these wrestling clips online, and we got people commenting like, oh, he messed up this, he messed up that. Well, you gonna mess up, man.
It happens.
But the thing is that you're doing the shit.
Yeah.
Like you out there doing it.
And then when you put it out there, one lady, I was at the library working, and the lady, she was like, I was like, go ahead, she was like, how the music video go, this and that.
Yeah.
I was like, go ahead, watch the video, see for yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Go
right.
ahead,
It
watch-
turned out great.
She was like, well, I'm a heavy critic. Well, when I put it out, I was like, okay, and I was like, I just go give me a view and a like and a sub.
Yeah, that's the thrill of it.
But I'm like, but once I said, I said I don't really. Once I put it out there, it's open to criticism.
Right.
Once you put something out there, people they can share their opinion on it. I put it into the atmosphere. I released it.
Yeah.
Once I released it, it's free for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you decide to put things out and release, you put it out into the atmosphere. So now it's up to how they want to gravitate to it, whether they take the subject matter, can feel away, or whether they, it's so many ways somebody could, spin it.
I think, for the most part, depending on your attention, everything has its purpose.
There you are.
So when you put it out in the air, it sets things in motion.
Yeah.
Whether, whether people like it or not, there's certain things that I think you want to live by example for. And,
Exactly.
Because I'm doing this stuff and, making the strides that I do for the people who couldn't.
So what gave you the confidence to step out there?
Honestly, for the most part, I just got tired of sitting down.
Yeah.
I got tired of watching, from the bleachers, and I wanted to be a part of something and
Which
make.
was like, I could do that.
Yeah, exactly,
I could do that too.
exactly. And I always wanted to make an impact, whether it just be my friends or, you know, luckily if it goes further than that, then great.
Yeah.
But definitely, you know, for the most part, just making a positive impact on my environment, my surroundings, and like the life that I live every day.
Facts.
Yeah.
So outside of, so you said you were 19 when you first really started rapping, right?
That's right.
So before then, what was Marley's dream? What did you want to do?
He was rapping before then. He was rapping.
You
in the
was just
shower
still into
or
hip hop.
something,
What was
right?
you doing? So like you had 19 years and
He was
you like,
rapping
dang.
he was rapping in the shower.
Nah, not at all. Not at all, Andy.
And was you writing though? Was you writing before 19, or did you just
No.
start? You started
Poet?
writing.
Was
at
you a
19?
poet?
I mean,
You look like a poet.
Do you write?
He does.
When I see you,
do you write, or does it just come in your head?
honestly, I've always had the words, but not in like an artistic expression.
Yeah.
Because I've always been the person to have the intuitive conversation with friends about life, about self-reflection, and I've always, you know, been able to, you know, say, you know, and generally give good advice.
Yeah, let's talk about the real thing.
Exactly. And I've always been the talker, but like not rapping. So I've had the words, but just not in that form.
Yeah.
So eventually, you know, I was like, yeah, I want to have fun too.
So what did you want to be before then?
But before then, I was just a regular person and just out here trying to figure out
Did you
myself.
want to cook? I know you cook too. So
Yeah.
I heard you. You know, you said you was cooking, whipping it up, and then I know you're doing a lot of work with Food Chain. Then you do your community work with the fish fries and
That
fishing.
honestly, all of that didn't come until after rapping.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I started rapping, that gave me the courage to do everything else. Because, you know, I had to do something so I could believe in myself.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
it's something that I couldn't get from anybody else but me. So that just kind of was like a chain reaction to everything else because it was always in me, but I didn't really know how to approach it or go about it.
You know, it's funny. It's funny how like rap like really like boosts somebody's confidence in
Yeah.
who they are. Like even as a rapper, you know, I remember being young and feeling like I was that guy too. Like especially in like middle school, high school. Well, no, especially in high school, because you know, church boy too. So I'm always performing was everything. I was always performing. Even when I was at school, I'm performing. But
Right.
you know, once I got to like high school, I kind of like I wasn't always me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't always out there. And I seen people, they be going at the pep rallies, going crazy. They rapping, they dancing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I could do that too. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all not even that good.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, that's me talking junk. But like, you know, I didn't always have that confidence. And you know, it's funny how so I started rapping actually 17. Well, I'll say this actually, I rapping was something that was always, you know, around me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My uncle made beats, so I'd be freestyling as a kid. I would just always pretend rap, you know what I'm saying? I remember having a high-pitched voice and pretending I had a rap voice. I was like, my rap voice gonna sound like this, you know what I'm saying? And now I got you know, it's funny, I've been getting, you know, the recent song, Hocus Pocus, people like, I just love your rap voice, I just love your voice or whatever. But, you know, and I started rapping even around 10th grade, and that's when I started to build my confidence as a, you know, as a young man. But it's funny how that, like, hip hop is like a culture that kind of builds you up, like it builds that persona, and even like with the same with wrestling, like you know you get Rock, and you know when he turns to like he hits you with the eyebrow, you know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
It's a whole persona, but then it's you,
Right.
and I feel like what rap does, it kind of highlights, like extenuates the parts of you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, for the most part, it just allows me to be vulnerable with myself,
Yeah,
so I
facts.
can make that self-discovery.
Makes it easier to share.
That's right. And share is like universal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for the most part, I was just a regular person before I started, you know, actually penning down the raps.
So do you remember that point when you wrote that one line, that first like sick ass line that you made? You know, like that's like, damn, I can actually do this. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, and it's actually a song called "Summertime."
You got that rhyme? You
Yes,
got that,
sir.
You got them bars? Like,
Yeah.
spit, like,
Um,
tell us about those bars.
So it was it's just funny how it came because there was a guy, his name was Ethan, and he introduced me to this other fella named David. That was really my first interaction with like an engineer and a guy who can make beats. So
This was this one of the first times you actually got in front of the mic and recorded something?
One of many. There was like a time before that, but this was really when I was like officially in it.
Yeah.
So, that was my first time really like being put on the spot to write some raps. So I didn't finish it then and there.
You got like, this is good shit.
Yeah, but I like had my first beat, and the producer was Yondo Beats. I forgot what it was.
I know
called.
them Yondo Beats.
Yeah,
boy.
that's right.
Every bro, you are not a lyrical rapper if you ain't never rapped to a Yondo YouTube beat.
Right. Man, the super conscious beats always came from Yondo. But I was in the car and I was listening to the beats, and the first few words that like really caught my ear and was catchy was "It's sunny, ho." A lot of niggas die when it's sunny, ho. And that's where the whole like sunny like persona was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
and that's a fact. A lot of people but it feel like right now in Lexington, Kentucky, right now, I feel like it's the cold air that's starting to get, you know what I'm saying, violent.
Yeah.
It's that I don't know. But summertime usually it be up, but
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this wintertime, bro.
Right.
Well,
it is crazy.
They always say about Kentucky, if you don't like the weather, wait a couple of days, it's gonna change.
Yeah, because the weather
It's snowing right now.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
snowing outside,
I was
yeah.
tripping on the way here. I was like, snow.
It was like
Thought it was
60
raining.
degrees.
It was hot as hell yesterday.
You know what they think? You know what they?
It was sunny,
I was wearing shorts at work Friday.
Oh.
There's a reason why Kentucky is known as the only state with the most bipolar weather. Is because our weather acts funny as hell.
Right.
It could be summertime one night, but the next night you got this rain and sleet and snow going on.
Right.
What the hell's going on with that?
Negative wind chill and shit.
So you originally from Lexington?
Yeah, I am originally from Lexington. My father, he was originally from Versailles.
Okay.
And we lived in a small community called Huntertown, but it was right at like the border where the Welcome to Lexington sign is, and like Versailles Road. So it was pretty much still Lexington.
Yeah.
Because my mama, she's always been in Lexington.
Yeah.
I've always been with her most of the time.
Close to the castle out there.
That's right. That's
Seen
right.
that castle a lot.
Yeah. We even seen it when it caught on fire.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm a Lextonian, as they would say.
Yeah.
But either way, I spend a lot of time back and forth, so I have country roots.
Yeah.
Kind of being grounded with nature most of the
So
time.
how does that inspire you in your music?
That's what I kind of it kind of inspires my peaceful approach.
Yeah.
Just to
I can see that.
yeah, just to have kind of like a well balanced like perspective on life. You know, I'm not too much of one thing, just everything at once.
Everything at once. Yeah. I definitely could see like the sunny, and you got the nature.
That's right.
A lot of your videos are nature centered for the most part, and then definitely weed centered. You know what I'm saying? That Mary Jane, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Well, I've listened to that.
It's no secret.
You listen to that record?
Yeah, I listened to that today and yesterday.
I appreciate that, man. A little loud, my guy. Yeah, turn that joint down real quick.
So that was a little bit of Mary Jane.
Yeah,
So
he was bumping that.
Okay, that joint was bumping. So I mean, tell me about what does your writing process look like for Marley? Like you just dropped this project,
The
the Sunny Collection
Part
2. Artwork by the homie B Mad. Shout out B Mad.
Shout out to B Mod, Mad Hundreds, all of that.
What you want to talk about? Tell me about this project and what that means.
So the Sunny Collection 2 was kind of just a representation of what like my persona was.
Yeah.
A collective idea from my life, from the culture of Lexington, and everything that I've picked up on the hip hop culture over the years. So I kind of try to embody that in 5 songs, and it's pretty much start and finish like of my story.
Yeah.
Pretty much, QYB being the first song, and that's like my breakthrough as a person and an artist.
Mm-hmm. That was a dope record. Shout out Lando B.
Yeah, it's definitely shout out Lando. So the second song is Mary Jane, of course. And that was, an extension of myself and my relationship with Mary Jane. It was also inspired by the movie Half Baked.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite movies. Weed references, of course.
Yeah.
But that was just a fun side. And, of course...
so you showing people another side of you.
Yeah. Pretty much to sum it up, it's just another side of me. And honestly, part of my artistry that a lot of people weren't familiar of because... for the people who've watched my journey, just this project alone is really like a testament of like how much I've, grown and how far I've came as an artist, with just a little bit I have done. But just to, show myself that like I'm still in it. I'm not going to give up. I was gone for a little bit, but I'm back and here to stay.
So why'd you leave?
It was like a life journey. I felt like I had to separate myself from something that I loved because I was careless, and I felt like I was taking music for granted.
So give us a little timeline for Andy and in the crowd, and of course Superfly. So you started rapping 19, taking it seriously. Give us timeline. So what did your career span look like? What as you started and beginning to rap? So how old are you now?
I'm 31 now.
So 31.
Yeah.
Nice.
11 years in the game.
Yes, sir.
11 years rapping, still going.
Still going.
So number one, so what did that journey look like, and what made you? So you talked a little bit about taking a break. So you went from rapping. What stopped? Where did it end? And then how did you get back on?
I think just my trials as a person and my personal journey to for personal health, mentally and physically. Yeah. I think that journey just took me on a misdirection because there's things about me that I had to give more time to. Yeah. And I don't feel like at the time that I could personally enjoy music the way I wanted to because I had to, worry about me first. Yeah. So that's where the end came. And it took me, 3 or 4 years to, I guess find the time to get back into it.
So how old were you when that happened?
So when that happened, I think it was I was 30. 30? Yeah, this is recently, like last year when I dropped the QIB.
So that's when you dropped your. So you was 30 when you started back.
Yeah, I was 30 when I started back.
When did you stop?
When I stopped, it was
25.
Yeah, 26, kind of 27 type-ish.
So you got a 3-year gap. So technically, you like 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of, for sure. I mean, it's still pretty much a long time because
it's a long time, yeah,
I mean, behind closed doors, I didn't give up. I was in
yeah.
between, but I just didn't put anything out there. But for the most part, I just felt like what kept me going is just the desire to change. Yeah. I didn't want to continue to be the same person, and that's how QIB was born.
So you was talking to yourself on that, right?
That's right. That was a message to me.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So if you could describe the Lexington scene, how would you describe it?
If I was to describe the Lexington scene, I would say it's just got a lot of raw potential. Yeah. And I feel like that it is continuing to be polished, and I feel like there just has to continue to be stewards of the culture to stand in place to make sure it's going in the right direction, because everybody needs symbols. And for the most part, whether people want to, take it on or not, if you still want this, to see a relevant culture with music, there's, got to be some type of hierarchy. Yeah. Some type of regulation and stability for what culture looks like.
It needs to be some quality control out this mother.
That's right. It
needs some
quality control. I feel like, for the most part, what comes with being raw and having a lot of potential is a lot of mistakes. Yeah. And for the most part, in my personal experience as an artist and coming up, it was hard to find the information. The education was not available as much as the opportunity to spend your money. Yeah. So for the most part, it was really hard to really understand what went into an artist's career without making countless mistakes.
Trying to learn it for yourself.
Exactly.
Being on YouTube, doing the things. So that's why, I'm getting that club going at the library. I need to tap in. I'm starting this hip hop and poetry club.
That's right.
To get people, me being from Charlotte, was a bigger city. A lot of other artists who already came up. The Baby was popping at the time I was coming up. You got guys like him. And then you got a whole bunch of, you got Ninth Wonder in the game already. I don't know if you guys know Luke from Dreamville. Yeah. He done came up. You got a lot of different guys who's already been making moves, making waves. Mavi went to my high school. Named Ruben Vincent. He went to my middle school. Yeah. And then dude named Ruben Vincent. He was, all around. I seen the hip hop stuff all around me. People making it, and one thing they were big on was developing artists. We come to the shows. No show tracks. They on our head. Show tracks. Yeah. This dude named DJ Chuck T. Handle your business. You ain't got your business together, so what you doing? Everybody, but it was a lot of pay to play, but I gained a lot of knowledge, and there was a lot of people who was, giving wisdom out, when it came to that. I didn't have a lot of OGs though. So one thing I say different from Charlotte to Lexington is like, Charlotte's very oversaturated, and it's a lot of hip hop, but the gatekeepers ain't showing love like that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, that I'll say here in Lexington, the OGs be showing love out here. You know what I'm saying? They tap in.
Yeah, for sure.
All the OGs really do, like, from whether that's Divine, JK, Studi, who else we got? Just Me. He was doing early Mad Wavies.
Oh yeah, definitely Shiesty. The whole Linguist crew.
They still tap into the younger crowd, and they pour into us. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely got to shout out to the people before me, like Big Scoop, K-State, Mino Slick.
Yeah. I met Rob Jackson today.
Yeah, Rob Jackson. All those forefathers that was out here doing it and living by example for the next generation. They definitely show love, as much as they can to, try to, support the up and coming, dudes,
Yeah, it's important to have an OG, have the mentors. What's your take on that? Like, having somebody, because I feel like even in wrestling, like, you gotta have those guys that pass it down to the next guy.
Yeah, you gotta have the guys, like in wrestling. If you don't pay homage to the people that came before you, you don't understand. We just had a incident of the same thing here a while back. Is somebody didn't
it's about respect.
Respect who a person was in this business that tried to give you some knowledge, but you just didn't grab it, and then you got yourself kind of blackballed. But
and what they gotta understand is that not everyone's gonna give you advice the way you think they should be.
Yeah,
you gotta understand that when the advice comes to you, even if it's rough advice and harsh advice, you gotta accept it because they're trying to help you get better in the game.
And sometimes they'll come at you like, and you don't understand that.
Sometimes they try to press you.
Come at you. Like
sometimes they will
aggressively, but like. I mean, that's hard love sometimes, but then, you just got to listen. You just got to watch what you're doing. I don't have any mentors in this podcast business except for Billy Stone, which helped me figure out Streamlabs and stuff. I was on his podcast for a long time. It was a Hostile Huddle.
Yep.
Yeah. I was a co-host on there for a while, and for maybe about a year. And then I started going on my own thing. He stopped doing his stuff, but we keep on doing this, and this thing's it's like a snowball, man. It just keeps on rolling.
I will say though,
rolling without me sometimes. Johnny keeps on doing it.
Johnny keeps this thing afloat, boy.
He does.
That's right.
Without Johnny, I mean, I would still probably have it going, but it probably wouldn't be as big as it is now. But,
and
we're like a tag team here. We help this.
There are
teamwork, man.
There are those that will try to tear you down because they don't think you got it, but there are also those that they've been raised to have the way that they give the advice to you. They'll tear you down, but they're not intentionally trying to.
Yeah.
But there are those that will try to intentionally tear you down if they don't like you.
One thing that I got to say about anything like rap, and I'm not a rapper, but like this podcast thing is just like you got to keep going, man. Like
that's right.
Even if you ain't got the talent as everybody else does, those guys with the super talent, if they don't keep on going and they got the will to do it, or they got the momentum behind them, they ain't gonna get there anyway. You know what I'm saying? We've all know that basketball star that was the shit, but didn't do what he did. But then you had that really hard playing guy that just kept on going, ended up going to college and ended up doing this and that. And just like the rap game is the same thing. If you're a rapper but you end up like, oh man, I was smoking too much weed or got my girl pregnant or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Kept my head up my ass and didn't do it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like there's people like that. You got like, and I hate to holler at like
there's also
Nike,
those that quit.
Nike, but that whole saying just do it, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like we started this thing in the podcast thing, and we had people come in, podcast, we were doing what you're doing, and you came in and just ran us out of business.
Which was not true.
No, you keep going, like keep doing your stuff. The problem you had is you stopped, and you didn't do what you do, we show up.
Yeah,
show up.
That's
do
the
your
most
craft.
important thing.
Like,
it doesn't matter what you
it's
got to put on
anything.
the table as long as you show up.
Yeah, like you
Exactly.
showed up. Like you
Yeah.
start. You decided one day I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
and you kept going. You kept going. You kept going. Even you took some time off, but you're back now, and you kept on going. And
You found
you were
that
still
confidence
thinking about
again.
it. And you were still thinking about it, and you were still doing it in your head when you was doing it.
That's
I mean, you
right.
took the time off. You just knew you was going to get back at it at some point.
That's right.
But like sometimes you got to step away from things. You know, I've stepped away.
Man, you even had Kenny Cummins in your video last year. If you ain't got Kenny Cummins in your video or at a wrestling show, you ain't got nothing.
Kenny C,
Yeah.
he's the real gap bridger, man.
yeah,
That's
Kenny
right.
C is a legend, man.
Kenny
he
C
is.
is a legend in the hip hop community and the wrestling community
Yeah.
and anything Lexington music community. Period. Shout out Kenny C.
Honestly,
That's
It just
right.
keeps going.
I want to personally say Kenny is honestly I can't say that there's anybody like Kenny because he's one of the first people that took the time to like reach out to me when I first started as an artist when
Yeah.
nobody else seen me.
He's a diamond in the rough.
We did that with Baby Loaded. We had him on before nobody had him on, and now
Right.
he's like he just got signed.
Right, and shout out to him and the whole camp. But yeah, he was one of the first guys who's seen me, and I see him do that over and over again. Take the time to highlight everybody that he can, because you can't, you can only do so much as one person.
That's
but
true.
He does an awful damn lot for one person.
He does, man.
To make sure everybody gets that few seconds I was talking about
We
to tell
see
their
him-
story.
We see him everywhere.
He was lit.
He was at the last. He was at the last match too.
And he was also at Hocus Pocus.
He was at Hocus Pocus, too.
He was at the video,
And he was in the
man.
limo. He made it to the limo.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I seen the.
He said that was his favorite part, being inside limo.
He said, I was like, okay, Kenny C.
You just got to keep going.
Hey, send love to Kenny C. I think
Yeah.
you're looking for a new, some work and whatnot. So
Yeah,
That's
shout
right.
out to Kenny C. Let's help.
hey, y'all should go.
Kenny C
Y'all go
get a
show
new
love to
home.
my boy Kenny C. Y'all can continue.
How
to
do you find people that? Do you make your own beats too, or
No,
do you just
no.
rap? Like,
I
how is
it's
that?
it's a relentless
Yeah.
search for instrumentals and beats.
Yeah.
Because there's one part where you can just take the time to endlessly scroll through YouTube and hopefully you find something good.
Yeah.
But then there's those moments where you put out music and there's other producers that really like it and they just throw you beats off the love for what
That's
you put
good
out.
because original stuff is really hard to come by.
It is.
Because
and
I know that because I have some rappers on, and then their beats get hit on YouTube, and then it's like they've recycled somebody's beat or something, and I don't know. But,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They'd be like, no, this is my original beat.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna
But
be
it
copyrighted.
wasn't- But it wasn't your beat. But
Right.
you just rapped over somebody else's stuff. But like, so they find you most of the time, or
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, I find it most of the time
Yeah.
because what I put out in the air is intentional, and
Yeah.
when I release new music, at the same time, I'm trying to attract other people that might share the same vision that can help me push this message out.
So when you get with a producer, do y'all like collab on the beat, or does he have something already made for you and you just rap over it?
So I will say, in my experience, I haven't really got the chance too many times to start from scratch with a producer because I've always had to jump straight to the transaction most of the time. But more recently, I've definitely had the pleasure of making beats from scratch. It's not always that way. But when I do, get the pleasure of experiencing, yes, we both put in on the creation and how we wanted to turn out before I put bars on it.
Yeah, that's one thing we're missing. I feel like even in Lex, like all the producers popping out. Like I know a few. You got guys like Balloons Beat Studio, J Mac.
Yes.
You got who else? We got
Trillfield.
Who else we got? We got to,
There's so many, man. Shout out to all y'all.
I feel like it's not a lot though. Like they don't be out there like that. You know.
Well,
what I'm saying?
I
or JK, but
I think in the
it's-
format that's like, that's going to create like an experience for everybody that they can be a part of so they can learn, you know. It's hard to organize those efforts, man. It just takes time. But for the most part, the whole, journey for beats, I'm looking for them most of the time, but sometimes I get the pleasure of making them from scratch and having that experience with the producer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's a here and there. But like he was saying that, you know, there's not a lot of opportunity to really, you know, get a chance to work with producers like that. It's, you know, no dig on anybody. It's just not put out there as much as it needs to.
No, yeah, it's not. It's not.
Because I always feel like that's probably the hardest part is like, man, I got this crazy ass rap, but I don't got no beat to.
Having a producer to build with is everything, bro.
Yeah, honestly,
I've been blessed. I've been blessed.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
will change.
Because when I was out in Charlotte, I met a lot of, you know, like I said, it's a lot. It's very oversaturated too. So, and it's a lot of people. It's a lot of artists. But I was blessed to be able to meet the homie Johnny one time. Yeah. And Johnny one time, he been making my beats. Like he been giving me free beats till this day. That's why I'm like, shoot, I'm like, before I pay somebody, I gotta make sure to tap in my boy Johnny, make sure I get him right. Yeah. It's something about the Johnny. I got a lot of Johnny homies. My boy,
that's
Johnny,
right.
Superfly Johnny, my trainer named Johnny, my producer named Johnny.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Johnnies. Johnny Bravo was one of my favorite cartoons.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
I love
Johnnies are always smart.
Yeah,
Johnny, it's good to have a Johnny.
Definitely smart, but for the most part, a producer can change an artist's like career.
Oh,
So question: If you could work with any producer, who would it be?
Honestly, I can work with who wants to work with me.
But who is the producer that like I gotta work with?
I mean,
I want to cook with.
I mean, honestly, if I had to choose one person, it's Trill Phil.
Trill
There's plenty of work that still needs to be done between me and Trill. But if I gotta choose anybody, I'm going with Trill every time.
Is that a local?
It's a local.
He's here.
Hell yeah.
So
that's real. That's real.
But he asked you that question. It's like any producer, and you chose a local guy. That's incredible. I like that.
I mean, for the most part, like I gotta work with what wants to work with me.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because that makes the creative moments easier.
That makes going from local to superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're able to build with somebody, and you know, cause like it's annoying. You go to rap and then you hear somebody with rapping to the same beat, bro. Yeah. And you go to a show, bro, that's my beat. I was about to. It's happened before. Trust me.
I believe that.
And that has to be the most annoying thing you could run into.
But sometimes it even be the same. I'd be like, it'd be different producers. They got the same sample.
I mean, but at the same time, there's another side to it that I feel like is flattery. When I get a chance to like have original things and other people, you know, might want to use that later, it would be no difference than, you know, that phase where Lil Wayne was remixing everything.
Yeah,
I feel like it's also like a big part that we should play in more of like admiration and still spreading the love at the same time.
We can't have this. I'm talking about having. So you go on YouTube. You pick the beat out, and you hear niggas who got the same beat as you. Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about. We all admire the music, but why bro got the same beat as me, bro? I want my own beat.
I feel you. You gotta understand where the producer's coming from because he wants his beat to like get over. You know what I'm saying? I can't just have this one beat for this one guy.
By the exclusive way.
I'm gonna throw this beat out there.
But if he's
gonna do the best with it.
But if he's gonna do the same beat for another rapper, he's gonna make that beat sound way different from the beat that he did for you because you're walking in there like, hey, I thought this was my beat.
Yeah.
Why is this guy doing my jam?
Facts.
If you're paying for the beat, I'd say that's the way it is.
Well, there's levels to it because not everybody can afford it.
No, not everybody can afford it.
We
have no budget.
I get that. But I be on YouTube.
We understand.
When I go on YouTube, I'm trying to find. I told you before, I'm trying to find a person with the least amount of followers before they blow up. I'm trying to find that hidden gem. You know what I'm saying?
Them exclusives
I'm trying to find that hidden gem. I found this one dude. I ain't gonna give out the sauce. I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Look at Kenny seeing the video.
Oh yeah, Kenny's in everything.
Hey, one thing, Marley, I'll say this. You know what I'm saying? Out of all, that's what I said when I first peeped, bro. Like quality. A lot of people don't put quality into the music and effort into the visuals, and that's one thing you do very, very well. You always putting out quality. You putting out a quality product before you drop. Especially what makes you do that? Like what makes you like, dang, my video got to just be like that? Is it just you or what?
Honestly, I just feel like it's me. It's my will.
Damn, look at Rock. He ain't got no hair in that mug.
It's what I want to do. It's how I want to represent myself.
Did you do the video yourself or did you have somebody do it?
Oh no! Shout out to That's My Visuals. Brandon Lopez was definitely my go-to video.
You got everybody on this motherfucker. How old is this video?
This video is
2019. Wow.
Yeah, because when I was making that little run because everything kind of
look at Kenny C
dropped at the same time. That era for me.
Wow.
'Cause it was
You know,
like
Tony
that.
Wavy, you had the same exact reaction I did when I saw Kenny C earlier.
It's just the whole visual as a whole, and then just seeing everybody. It was like,
And, shout out to my boy Dizzy.
He's in a lot of
Wallace, too,
videos.
man.
He's in a lot of videos.
yeah, I heard Dizzy. I've heard. So is Dizzy from out here?
Yeah, I believe Dizzy is from here.
Is he?
man.
Does he live here?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he
Why have I
does.
never seen him?
I really want you to get all these guys in here, man. Get
Yeah,
all
yeah,
these-
yeah.
Get, have all
Dizzy-
these guys come through.
Dizzy ain't really been active in the music recently.
I think he just
but-
did something. When he on Cage Man project.
No.
Who was on Cage Man last project?
It was T Hill, I believe.
T Hill, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
T Hill.
Okay, T Hill.
Yeah,
I met
that's
T.
about to say that's a different
Okay, that's
person.
two different dudes.
Shout out to T Hill though, because he's real dope too.
I've seen both of they on y'all music.
Right.
Oh, he got Nardo headband on.
Yeah, that's the big
Lando.
anime dude, man. He was the first person rocking the music note Naruto headband.
Nice.
Yeah, but for the most part, man, it's honestly great to
Give me
sit back
give me
and
some
watch
give me
those.
some back. What we got, like 15? Give me some backstory on you and the squad. Lando,
Okay.
you, Lando.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
shout out
saying?
some
Rock.
people.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. So it started with Lando because I had knew rock for a long time since I was like a young jit.
Yeah.
Since like maybe elementary, if I can remember. But one day I was posting poems on Facebook.
So you was a poet.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. We weren't able to get to that, but I was posting poems too before I was posting freestyles on Facebook.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew it.
So I would
told
do
you.
my little spoken
called it.
words, and I'd probably write, my little 16
I
bars.
told you.
And I would, do my little videos every week type stuff. So for the most part, Landon caught wind of that, and he threw me a compliment, sharing, and said, it was dope. That's what's up.
Was y'all already homies before then?
Not really, man, because we went to the same high school, but we ain't
Yeah.
really.
So when was
parlayed.
this? 19, 18?
This is like 2018.
18. So how old were you? 20?
Yeah,
19?
I think I was fresh 18, 19.
Yeah.
And either way, he shot me a compliment and said, we need to collab on something. And yeah.
So
the
he was
rest is
rapping
history.
before you?
He was definitely like doing stuff before me. He was real big on making Vine skits and.
Okay, well,
and-
fine. Y'all old heads, huh?
Yeah, we all.
I'm in the air too, cuz. I was
Hey,
remember
Tony
y'all.
Wavy. Hey, Tony Wavy, we've got a question for you from Freight Train Jay.
Freight Train Jay, what up, man?
Hey,
He
what's up,
said-
Jay?
That's your brother, right?
Yeah, that's my.
What
little
about SmackDown versus Raw 09?
bro. Was you on 09?
I was on 09.
You was on. I think that's the best WWE game to me. That's a classic.
Honestly, the biggest classic for me was the Nintendo WrestleMania.
Which one?
With the black
X2?
cartridge.
Was
No
it
Mercy?
No Mercy.
No Mercy, yeah.
No Mercy
I
was
think
the
I-
shit, man.
Yeah,
No
man.
Mercy was the
Man, No
shit.
Mercy was one of the first games to let replays happen.
And you could go in
I had
and,
so much fun with that
you could
shit.
go in and edit the what I used to do is I went in and edited all the wrestlers and made them people that I knew.
Yeah.
And I was
Wait.
working with, and I was like beating up my my boss all the
Damn.
time and my
Not
coworkers.
his boss.
I had a whole
Bro, I was invested in making Spider-Man. That's all I wanted to do.
had-
I wanted to
Hell
make
yeah,
characters.
Venom.
I made a whole video and I gave it to the guys at work and had all the guys come out and I edited them all as their names and stuff. And that video got around forever.
I will say that SmackDown vs. Raw 09 is a great game.
It is. I think all of them was pretty good for me, but after a while, I just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the most part, before I run out of time, I do want to highlight something because I am an artist and I am a rapper, but there is work that I do outside of that. as a
I was going to
regular
ask you about
person.
that. So, tell us about that community work. You do.
Yeah, the community work. First of all, I think I started like maybe 2 years into my rap career. I sat down with a friend of mine and said that we have to make an impact because after Black Lives Matter and seeing
So this is after 2020.
this is after 2020, in the midst of COVID, all of the protests and Black Lives Matter, and just being outside and experiencing that energy and just feeling the urgency for change. I sat down with a friend of mine and said I wanted to make an impact on my community, and we have to figure out what that's going to look like. And that's when the Sunday Collection was born. I wanted to start my own nonprofit, which is not officially a 501c3 yet, But I wanted to start my own nonprofit and do my own community initiative, starting with food because I love to cook.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that
Come on,
is called Fish in the Feed. Fish in the Feed was my first food initiative that I did on my own and with friends, and we took people out to the Kentucky Horse Park to catch fish. What I had planned on doing. Sometimes I bought fish at the store, but I still gave the experience of catching fish to people, and I would go back and clean them. And it started at Food Chain. The first one I did, Food Chain helped me do that. That's where I work now. But to continue that story, after I cleaned the fish, I would go next door to Smithtown Seafood and cook the fish, and then take it out and pass it to the homeless. So I did that for about, I'd say, 5 years, and I got the opportunity to work at Food Chain. That is a local nonprofit food distribution center and pretty much a food bank.
Oh, cool.
And they pretty much, forge connections between community and food with education and demonstrations of sustainable food systems. And through government-funded programs, they have, stuff for kids. They have a lot of things going on in the community, to make an impact for food scarcity and other things that, we need, but most of all, food and education. And I work for a program called Nourish Lexington that was established in 2020 in the midst of COVID. It was sponsored by the Murray Foundation, Visit Lex, and Kingland, combined with Food Chain, to get food produce boxes to different communities besides the one that we are residents of, the east side on 6th Street of Lexington. There was a woman by the name of Becca Self, and she founded Food Chain in 2011 in the old Rainbow Bread Factory, and she was the first resident.
I live right down the street from there.
Oh man, small
I lived on
world.
6th Street right when I was
Small world, but that is also a residence of West 6 Brewery and Smithtown Seafood now. So in 2011, when she started that up, she had a big dream for, feeding people.
Yeah.
And today, 14 years it's been since Food Chain, was in business. But for the most part, that's where my heart is at in the biggest way, because I've always had and felt the need to help people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to really do it in the most impactful way that I could, and Food Chain was the first place that gave me a chance. I definitely want to shout out to both of the co-directors, Leandra Foreman and Kristen Hughes.
Shout out.
They are both amazing people.
Shout out Leandra. Shout out Food Chain.
Bring them on the show sometime.
Right.
No, for real. Like, bring them on. Let's push this thing. This thing is going to.
There's a lot of real stuff going on in the community.
I really want people to know about this.
Yeah, Marlon, I'm glad you, because that was one of my questions. I've been going off top of the dome, but
we freestyling this thing.
We freestyling, but that was one of my thoughts too, actually. Because I did want to, because that's something that I've noticed that you've done. I haven't had the opportunity to come yet.
Yes.
Which I've been wanting. I'm big into fishing too. My little brother, who's Freight Train Jay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good at fishing too.
Man, got my boys into fishing, so I want to bring my kids out. You know what I'm saying? And, I enjoy doing stuff for the people, and then I love that you do that. Because it just shows a lot about your heart.
Yeah.
And your character.
And I want to do the same for artists eventually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what that looks like, but that will, I will eventually make strides to do that as well. But to finish on Food Chain, their website is foodchainlex.org. You can go there to find the donation information for the food drives. We have a Thanksgiving food drive and just, shelf-stable ingredients that we can pass out on Thanksgiving so people can have a Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, it's tough. Times is tough out here right now. EBT gone there.
Sure is.
We also have food pass-outs 3 times a week.
Tap in, y'all.
So
Tap in.
Monday and Wednesday we do hot meals, and Friday they do grocery boxes.
And where is that located? Where do they go to that?
501 West 6th Street.
West Street. That's by Coolabin.
So right next to West 6th.
Close to the Coolabin over there.
Yeah, right next to the Coolabin complex. So the website, though, foodchainlex.org, is going to show you all the volunteer opportunities and all the information for whatever there is to donate to. I think they've distributed over 1 million meals. They gave about 83,000 plus hours for food education and literacy, and they continue to do amazing things.
And if somebody out there wants to donate to that, where do they they go to that.
Yeah, they
website?
go to the website foodchainlex.org. There's all the information that you can find on there to really fill you in more than I can at the moment.
That's incredible.
Yeah, trying to remember as much as I can because there's so much that goes into it, and there's so many working parts. But either way, it's a beautiful mission that in general that I want to give my life to. So
feeding people is very important.
Indeed,
it is because these kids grow up hungry.
And teaching them how to use the food and cook it, and how fresh food works. And they also have an aquaponics garden in the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much just to research new ways to find sustainable food systems and new ways to grow things. But for the most part, they have a big impact on agriculture as well because they support local farmers too.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Incredible. It is beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna get ready to close this out, man. Samusa said earlier, I missed it. He said, "Ask Molly to freestyle, put him on the spot."
Oh man, they gonna put me on the spot. I can probably give y'all like 5 bars.
Give him 5 bars.
All right. I heard this rap game is a race. I tell them open the gate. Life's a bitch. I put that hoe in her place. They don't really show love. Y'all ain't know I had to hustle for mine. There was way too many times that I wanted to rewind. I think I'm running out of time, but they don't see the bigger picture. Had to lose everything. That's a really deadly mixture. These days we never listen. Our ears is prepaid. It's a relay. Usain Bolt for that paper. I can't sell my soul for no wager, but I'll read the contract if it comes from that major. Life can take a turn. You just gotta live and learn. Never be afraid to fail. Only got one life, and I just hope you treat it well. Excel, I was boxed in. I know way too many people that's a toxin. Try to kill my fucking vibe, then we boxing. I don't talk that shit, not too often. Life is hard and it just really never softened. You can't get shit done with that talking. This is concrete rap, my verse chalked in. I don't need your shit, so start walking.
Yeah. Make some noise for Marley Carter, y'all.
I had a good time. Shout out to Johnny and Andy, man. This is wonderful. Everybody, I suggest you get up here, man. Talk to the people.
Tony's gonna get them in here. You gonna help get them in here?
We got Rockford Short and his manager Mika coming.
This is a new
20th
wave
of
guy.
November.
Yes, get on the wave.
And after that, we got Tony Wavy backside the house with
It's gonna be mad wavy around here.
Yeah, shout out to Dollarina too, man.
We're gonna have Rappermania up in this piece, bro.
That's right, man. That's another young talent, man, that's popping out here.
You got anything to say before we close?
Honestly, man, y'all keep living out here, man. We just having fun and we doing beautiful things too. But pick a cause, pick a purpose.
Come on,
do something.
Do something.
Don't sit around and keep watching. You want to be a part of it too. Shout out to y'all.
Hey, look, I want to say this too before we close. Make sure y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying? I got the homie Marley Carter on this Mad Wavy tape dropping soon. I know I talked about it the last time, but I got at least a Marley verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We do got a collab. We do.
It took forever, but we finally got us one.
We got us one too. I'm gonna share a little bit of snippet of this from the Marley. We ain't gonna get flagged this time, Andy. Hopefully, last time we got flags off the Hocus Pocus.
I got copyright.
They copyrighted.
It's
because I got a deal now. You know what I'm saying? I got a distro deal.
But you'll get people just claiming stuff that they don't own.
Right.
And if you don't dispute it, then they get part of your shit.
Right. I mean, that's a big part that people just don't understand and they don't know enough about.
You got to handle the business properly.
Oh God.
We got to teach people. We got to teach the folks how to handle this business.
That's right.
But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie guys, Josh. We're gonna play this record. We're gonna close out. That's cool with y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's run this a little bit. I'm gonna just run the first 15 seconds.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna go on the Marley verse. This one of I've been listening to this. This is Johnny One Time Beat, my homie. But
shout out to Johnny. This is hard.
This is my favorite song off the album. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, it's crazy how it happened, but I love this song, man.
Me too.
It wasn't even on purpose.
Talking about that fire, they inspire me to harm the track.
Shout out to God Josh, man. Want to see you out here, bro.
We miss
Tap
you, God
in,
Josh.
man.
Where
We
you at,
miss you,
man?
bro. Where you at, bro?
Just be careful if you target that. Yeah, some people play along.
I'm gonna go into the hook because I don't want to go too long. Hold on, I'm going to the hook.
Go into the hook,
Gotta
man.
wonder, know they got me, so I got them back.
Hey.
Went on the road, we ride until the flat.
Hey.
Camaraderie is something that's a match. Never gotta wonder, know they got me,
So I got him back.
Times get hard and life goes on. I know that
Marley right here, y'all.
always change, but our friendship will be the same. I'm always gonna answer when I see that Sally ring, but I won't always have the answer when you
going through your thing.
There's plenty times I was my reason for suffering. I know it might feel like that you will never stop the rain. You can't see better days if you keep running from your pain. The point of being empty is to fill yourself again, my nigga. So why you tripping? Cause we all have bad days. It will always be the same if you so stuck up in your ways. I'll give a hand if you can meet me halfway. I'm not your mama.
Alright, man, can't play it off for him, man. Cut that shit.
That's right.
It's that exclusive,
That's
man.
that exclusive,
Awesome.
man.
It was a good night, though, man. Shout out to Andy Podcast.
you
Y'all
for
tap in, man.
Shout out
Show
to
love to these
Superfly.
folks, man. Shout out to Mad Wavy. Shout out to everybody. I
Guys,
love
if y'all want to be on
I
the
love y'all.
if y'all want to be on the podcast, get a hold of one of us, and we'll try to get you on. And we want to start. We want to get the Lexington Lexington voice out there. That's
right.
Because that's what it's all about.
Collab. We can't forget about the Mad Wavy stuff. Mad Wavy is part of this Lexicon Lexington thing. So let's just let's do all that and your stuff, man. Let's just
Sunny
get it all.
Collection.
Turn it up, man.
Sunny Collection.
Check out Marley Carter, the Sunny Collection 2 out on all platforms.
Heck yeah.
Hear me?
All right, love y'all.
Show some love because we're piecing out
Yep,
with
we
this
out,
final
man.
thing.
Nice Guy Andy Podcast.